14th year teacher in the state of Illinois, and welcome to Day in My Life. So good morning to all of you. Today it is Tuesday, January 7th, which means break is over and we are back at it. We were back at it yesterday, forgive me, but I started to record yesterday. I was going to do a week in my life, but as I started recording, getting ready in the morning, my kids were fortunate that they didn't have school yesterday. Their teachers had an institute day, which I think is very warranted, because when you're off for 2 weeks and when you're leaving for 2 weeks, nobody's ever really like, let me stay late after school, let me do this, get this stuff, prepare myself for 2 weeks. You're just thinking about the holiday break. And I mean, who can blame you? But I had taken a half day on Friday so I could go and help out with my son's holiday party. And so I left early. So even if I wanted to get stuff done prior to the break, I just couldn't. And so, I feel like if we would have had that extra institute day where the teachers come in, but not the students, I feel like it would have been a really good help, because we could have been there all day. We could have gotten things done. We could have planned well, prepared for the week better. And I just feel like it shouldn't be something that I should have to do during winter break to get prepared for, the coming week. It should be something that I should get time allotted in school to do, not outside of school, especially since during the break I'm with family and friends, and I'm just not really trying to think about planning and stuff. So, but anyway, so my kids had the day off yesterday, so I had to get them ready. My son was already awake. It was just a whole thing. So I just ended up not recording yesterday, and so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna start on Tuesday. I was gonna do a week, but I think I'm just gonna do a day, maybe a couple of days. I don't know. I just I don't know. I not saying anything bad. Like I obviously do this channel because I enjoy it, and I love, believe it or not, I love editing. A lot of people say that's like the worst process, but I love doing the editing. I love adding the music. I love adding, changing things up and cutting clips and all that stuff. So I do enjoy doing it. It is a little time consuming. If I was more of an influencer that, my mom is calling me. Hold on. My mom had just called me to tell me that, or to ask me if I had fed the dogs, because one of my dogs, you would think we don't feed them. The way she sits around the bags and stuff. My nose has been running really badly. You would think the way she sits around and stuff and begs for food, that we don't feed her, but we do. So my mom was just calling me to ask me that. But anyway, I don't remember what I was saying at this point, but oh yeah, so I was just saying I do enjoy the editing and stuff, and I don't know, I just I started to think that here's the thing, I don't do this for followers, but I do obviously do it because I want people to enjoy my content. And I was just kind of a little discouraged that I had seen that, I'd lost some people that were following me and stuff. And I don't think it was anything in terms of anything I did, but a couple of people have kind of warranted that my videos were a little too long. So I was maybe shorten them up a little bit. And so instead of doing a whole week, which, I mean, it's amazing how some of these people can actually do a week in 30 minutes, just based on I don't know, maybe I talk too much. But anyway, so I don't know. So I figured maybe just start off with a couple of days and kind of keep doing that. And then, maybe people be more interested. But anyway, I mean, I'm still gonna film content. I mean, even if I have 1 follower, I'm good with that. I just like, it's funny, I like looking back on some of the things that I've done and just like places that I've been in terms of like, you know, filming from like school to what other school I've been at, and just kind of not only that, but then seeing like some of the stuff that I've done, you know, because especially like if I forget, like I'm like, oh my god, I did this lesson, you know, a couple years ago and it was so great, and then I find the video and it's always nice. So but yeah, so those of you that do still continue to follow me, I appreciate it. I hope that you guys do enjoy it, and please let me know if like my content is too long, or you know, it's not showing enough of what you want to see, just because, you know, it's like at the end of the day, like, you know, I want people to watch it and that enjoy watching it, and if I'm not giving you what you want, then obviously you're not going to watch, and you know, it's like, really, what's the point? But either way, I mean, even if you don't follow but you watch, I'm still grateful. Thanks. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm headed to school right now. We started back up yesterday. We did some, you know, review and things of that nature. We started a new unit for math with expressions, or no, I'm sorry, not expressions, equations. And then we didn't get a chance to do science because we took that time to move kids around the room, because that was one of my goals before I left for break, was to switch up my classroom. And so my kids were very eager to do that yesterday, so we ended up doing it during science. So now the kids have moved seats, and so I'm hoping that that helps. And then what else did we do? We read chapter 15 and 16 in The Giver. We discussed a little bit, but we didn't get a chance to do the independent practice because we ran out of time, because it was a short day yesterday. We also have a short day today. Well, not short per se, but we do have 2 specials. And so because we have the 2 specials, it kind of like warrants my ELA time or whatever, kind of cuts into it. So, which is cool. But that's about it. So I'm headed to school. I should hopefully be there in the next like 10-12 minutes. And then I'll catch up with you guys later. It's great to be back. I missed you guys so much. So I'll check in with you guys later. So the time is now 4:10 and I'm getting ready to head out. As you can see, I have my book bag, I have my jacket on, I have all my stuff in my hand, and so heading out for the day. As you saw, it's nice and peaceful. Not always the case, but today it is nice and peaceful right now. So I'm gonna head out. I'll catch you guys in the car, let you guys know how the day went. Hello friends. All right, so we are venturing out of the parking lot and heading on home. Kind of just wanted to give you a quick rundown of the day. So we ended up doing science. I think we ended up doing the lesson that we were supposed to do today. I don't know how I messed that up, but whatever. I digress. So tomorrow I'm going to end up switching it out and doing the science lesson that we did, that we were supposed to do today, which is read the article and talk a little bit more about reservoirs and the water cycle. Then we, for math, we kind of did our last example. We didn't finish it, but we kind of did our last example about writing equations before we kind of get into inverse operations. And as you can see, I got my anchor chart ready. So I'm excited about that because I was able to create that on my prep, on my second prep. And then we're going to kind of just do 2 try-it activities tomorrow. And then we're going to go into our next, well, not unit, but our next like chapter in the unit, which is 6.2. And so this is when they start talking about inverse operations and they start having them solve the equations, very basic equations, but like doing some adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. And so I have some really cool things for them to do tomorrow. I have a matching game for them to do, and just some activities that they can do so they can learn more about inverse operations and just kind of start learning how to solve those algebraic problems. And so that's my plan for tomorrow. What else? And then for ELA, we did chapter 15 and 16's independent practice, which is just basically answering comprehension questions about the chapter, as well as doing our extended response, which we utilize comparing and contrasting, which I really wanted them to kind of work on because they're so good at verbalizing. Like we discussed the 2 memories that Jonas, again, spoiler alert if you have not read The Giver, in the chapter he experiences 2 separate memories, one of war and one of love. And so we talked collectively as a group on like what we were doing in terms of like what's the differences between the 2 and what are the same. And then I had them, that was the whole premise of the essay response or the extended response, was to compare and contrast both of them and talk about what Jonas learned in each one, and then give obviously examples from the text. So they're really good at like when we have the discussion about comparing and contrasting, but then putting them into words and being able to explain it is what I think they struggled with. So some of them did really well, and then some of them I kind of had to unsubmit their work and then send it back to them to have them kind of, you know, look it over again just to make sure, because I didn't want them to get the bad grade because I knew they knew what they were talking about, but I know they couldn't put it to words, so I kind of helped them with that point. But that was it. That was our day, and we didn't get to social studies because Tuesdays are so fast and so short at the end. So we'll probably hit it tomorrow. It's on ancient Egypt. So, but that was my day today. I think I'm going to end the vlog here for today. Maybe I'll hit you guys back up on Thursday. I'll record another vlog. I normally don't do 2 in a week because I normally do a week in my life, but I'm trying to be a little bit better with having shorter vlogs to see if that kind of helps with like, you know, everyone kind of like going through my vlogs and seeing that they're so extensive, and I'm trying to just be a little bit better with that. Maybe that'll help me eventually get back to a week in my life, and then kind of maybe I can kind of shorten those as well. But that's just kind of where I'm at. But you know, if you're gonna join and you're gonna watch, you're gonna do it. If not, no biggie. But those of you that are here, I love having you guys around, and those of you that just enjoy watching and not subscribing, I love having you around as well. And for those of you that just happen to stumble upon it and are indifferent to my channel, I love having you around. So, but yeah, so just don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you want to. Hopefully you do, so you can see some more content from me. And then again, please comment down below anything that you feel like I can be adding to my vlogs or taking away from my vlogs, or just anything that, any questions or comments or anything that we're just doing. I wish I could show you a little bit more, but I'm trying to be a little bit better at not showing you so much in my classroom, only because of just the open concept. But I'm trying to balance both, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so hopefully you guys had a great Tuesday, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.